needs to be heard.
The chicken must be heard. And that is our opening lines for our final episode. We are now live on our starting soon page. I'm going to start our 5-minute countdown shortly.
So would you say it's our final countdown?
I didn't know there were nukes in Vegas. Huh.
Yeah.
Good ideas. Thank you. Inspiration.
I suppose they figure if someone wants to attack America first and knock out their missile silos, that's like Vegas is pretty damn remote, isn't it? So
Yeah, whatever works, right? And Chuggy is back. All right, we're going to start our 5-minute countdown. Go.
Is Donna not coming tonight?
No, she is unavailable for tonight.
All right.
You guys can still chat. Go for it. Got some music running. Mics are hot. Hey, Stink Bomb.
I'll definitely say there are 7.
What's up?
Being 12. You said that.
There are multiple nukes in Vegas, I guess. I did not know this.
you just littered through the.
Yeah, Nevada has a bunch of missile silos and underground bunkers and stuff.
Well, I mean in Vegas.
Actually, in Vegas, like the pyramid of the Luxor, just like a Bond movie, and the missile just comes out.
I do what I want. Leave me alone.
The nature statue of liberty is for self and
You can actually. I went on a cruise holiday when I was a teenager with my family, and it was going. We were going out of LA, but we stayed in Vegas for like 2 nights because it was like a package thing, and it was like, yeah, you go see we'll get there on the first night, and we were pretty much wiped out. But then the second night, you can go see a show and all that other stuff. You can actually spend like during that day, if you've never been there before, which I've never seen it on TV. You can actually spend the day. I mean, obviously, I'm too young to gamble. I think I was like 15 at the time. Just going in and out of those casinos, they're like freaking just ridiculous spectacles and monuments in and of themselves. Like going inside the Luxor and going, fucking hell! Like, all the rooms that are like on the, you see the hotel rooms that are like on the inside of the pyramid. It's crazy. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Impressive, isn't it? Yeah. That was part of the like on the onus on us to be going in and out of the hotels having a look because of the AC like inside. They've got like god tier air conditioning in Vegas because no one would visit if they didn't.
Yeah, with Bautista.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
Better than expected.
It was okay. I think they could have done more with the conceit of it being in Vegas. There was sort of I was like, oh, I wanted more sort of Vegas stuff. The conceit of there being, it's a heist on a casino. Like this is an argument I was having with, because my brother was like, it was the best film ever. I was like, let's not go that far. And here are the reasons why. I was just like, you could have arguably transplanted the entire plot of that film to any major American city, and it still would have worked. Yeah, they needed to include some elements of it that were like, this doesn't work anywhere but Vegas, which you think would be pretty easy, man. It's a shame. But the best bit of the movie is where they're prodding the zombie down the corridor to like trigger all of the traps in the corridor for them, so that they don't have to. Genius, absolute genius. Like bringing like the whole heist concept and the zombie concept together. Like that's how it was. Just a moment of genius. I was like, is Zack Snyder? There's a good filmmaker in there in somewhere, man. And his films, it's just that you see it now and again. I'm like, oh, this is. Yeah. He's Dawn of the Dead remake is probably still the best film he's ever done.
Yeah. I still laugh at the fact that the coffee shop in the center of the mall was called Hallowed Grounds.
Cybernation Uncensored.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, we are officially live. Welcome back, folks, to Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. We've just been waxing nostalgic about movies and zombies and stuff, and of course Vegas, because today's session and the next couple of foreseeable sessions as we look at this arc are going to be set in Vegas. So it's going to be an interesting time, especially since I 100% feel Outrunner 1 in our comments section that, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Vegas, but it's definitely an interesting setting to be jumping into, especially in the cyberpunk world. So yeah, that's us. We are back in. This is our final session for 2021. To my knowledge, I don't think there's going to be any more streams from me because next week I'm going to be up in Taipei, our capital here in Taiwan, with my girlfriend celebrating her birthday. And the following week, everybody is going to be getting schlitzed because it's New Year's. So yeah, we're pretty much out for the rest of the year, guys. That being said, let's introduce who is our cast and our crew. So let's start off with Mark. Go for it.
Mark Captain Mark 87 on the Discords. Find me on there. Here every Saturday, I'm on the Capricious Fallout game on Fridays. That'll be back when we're back from the hiatus. I'm also on over at twitch.tv/Heroes in Theory for D&D on Sundays. We're doing an evil one shot tomorrow, which should be fun. Yeah, that's me at the moment.
Alright, thank you. Chuggy, go for it.
Hey, I'm Chuggy305 on Twitch, playing T-Bar the Nomad here tonight, and on most weekends you can find me streaming D&D on Sunday and Monday on my channel at Chuggy305 on Twitch.
Awesome, thank you much. Johnny, go for it.
I am Johnny Drop. You can find me here at the start of the new year, every Friday and Saturday. And if you'd like, you can check out my SoundCloud at Arxon.
Thank you much. Vampire, go for it.
Vampire Bites. You can find me here every Saturday night playing Mojo the Lawman, Nomad. And once in a blue moon, you can find me over on my own channel. I am currently looking for players for a superheroes type game. So contact me in Discord if you're interested. I'll get you a link over to my Discord you can check out. Other than that, find me in the Discords and all around Twitch supporting all kinds of people.
Awesome. Yeah, feel free to toss me over that link. I can get that dropped in our chat, and people can go find you on your Vampire Bites Discord page. And last,
So actually say, I want to play the game.
okay, sounds good. Last but not least, we've got Violent Neon. Go for it.
Hey everyone, I am Vitamin Neon. You can find me here every Saturdays playing your lovable driving Nomad Domino. And if not there, then on Cybernation Uncensored's Discord as Violent Neon.
Perfect. Thank you much. And as all of you may be noticing right now, or if you're listening, you may not see it, our wonderful player Raven is not here with us today. She also could not make it yesterday. But I'm going to be dropping her links on here, giving her a shout out. You can find her over on Twitch, Discord, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the social media platforms, and you can find her at Doña Trece Cuervo. And thank you very much. My girlfriend in chat is letting me know that techno is a little bit too loud, so I'm going to bring that down. My apologies.
Donna's being played by John Cena tonight.
John Cena. But yeah, so that is our absent player, but she will be back when we come back in January. Speaking of coming back in January, I'm going to drop in my links real quick. What's going to be happening for all of us is the fact that, as I mentioned, we're off next week and the following week. We've got Christmas and New Year's, and the only times I'm able to stream are on the weekends. And so we're going to be off during that time, and I'm pulling up my calendar real quick. We will be back January 8th and the 15th. So we will be back the 8th, 15th, and for Fallout, we'll be back on the 7th and the 14th. And we'll be back on for those 2 weeks, and then I need to take a week off because we are doing our finals here in Taiwan. I'm going to be knee-deep or neck-deep in papers and grading and planning, and then I will finally get my vacation! Woo! Long time in coming. But that being said, one thing that I definitely look forward to is getting back, of course, into the swing, and I'm looking forward as well for today and our following sessions. Our music that was a little bit too loud, my apologies. Our music was provided so far by 2 different wonderful groups. We have Outworld Sounds, led by Helix Code. It is Kate and Max. And then we have Bass Ape Records, who we are listening to right now, who is being led by Tim. Tim has been a fantastic gentleman, helping out, giving me a lot of different tracks, and of course Kate and Max have been a wonderful duo, helping me out with that as well. If you check out cybernationuncensored.com, you can find all of our supplements, including the Vehicles of Red Guide, as well as the Medicine in Time of Red Guide. You can also find a bunch of different little links over on my Linktree, if you are interested in that. And finally on there, what we have listed out is that today we will actually be using some maps. If we get into Vegas proper and go into any of the locations, we will have some visuals to go along with the locations. Now, very, very importantly, I need to mention Kickstarter. If you jump onto this link right here, it is premium.cybernationuncensored.com. You can find the wonderful Kickstarter that Rob is running here at Cybernation Uncensored. It's almost over. We've got like 24 hours left. We are $1,000 away from the goal. We are almost there. He's got some wonderful magnetic minis that you can literally take apart and reassemble as needed. They are paint ready, so you can color them however you want. There are some absolutely amazing dice that he has custom designed. D6s and D10s directly for Cyberpunk Red, so you can always check those out. And there are some wonderful dice towers and even an ammo case box to hold all of your dice in. So don't forget to check out the Kickstarter. If you have the ability to join us on there, that would be absolutely wonderful. Want to get this kickstarted. Want to get it off the ground because I want all of those beautiful little dice. I am very secretly a dice goblin. I'm just wearing a big trench coat and we're stacked up 3 tall, so we're here. That being said, we have our final session. We are going to be jumping into our world of Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. Our players have been dealing with a couple of different issues over the last couple of weeks here in game. They were working on fixing up their vehicles and making stuff, and they were traveling around. They made a new camp. They had their pawns, or lawmen, I guess, checking out Phoenix, Arizona. They discover that there's some motorcycles there that are belonging to the Snyders, so there's a very good chance that something might be amiss in Phoenix. At the same time, we have our rocker boy here, Jack, who reached out to an old connection. The number popped back into his head to a certain Azrael Knox, and when he got in contact with Azrael, he got a very weird feedback on the phone, on his agent, and it was pretty much asking for help, letting him know that they're stuck in Vegas, they need help, and a certain organization was directly involved in it, and they specifically mentioned Petrochem. Now, that's where we are opening up our session. We've got literally the world is your oyster. You guys can choose where you want to go, what you want to do. My players have already let me know a little bit of the insanity that they want to partake in Vegas. And we've got, of course, our plot. And when we come back from our vacation, we will have Raven back in and a special guest appearing from my previous campaign will be joining us for a couple of sessions. So, gentlemen, take it away.
Then, so we're on the road towards Vegas. How far are we away hours-wise, GM?
Yeah, so the location is 1 to 3 hours driving. It would be about an hour and a half in T-Bar's AV, but otherwise it's about 3 hours by road. Or actually by not going on road, by skipping every road. The one thing I do want to bring your guys' attention to is if you are taking the road, it's going to take you approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 hours to drive there. If you are going to be doing off-road, it'll take you about 3. And based on what direction you're going, you may run across this warning here that has been left behind by our dearly departed bear. So
I would probably be off-roading, but staying to the southwest of that because we have a mission and we are wanting to get a little bit more coordinated. We do want to suss those out, but not yet. So southwest of that, I will be driving, going off-road. Who's riding with me?
I'd be riding.
Do you have your shotgun,
Yeah.
Scott?
You know it.
Yeah, I'll be stretched out in the back then. That's fine.
Mojo, assuming Chuggy's taking the AV, Mojo will ride Overwatch with the AV.
All right.
Leave the motorcycle at camp. Save gas.
And as always, I know Calamity would be climbing up immediately into T-Bar's AV, so you of course see Calamity immediately jumping in there, getting the sniper rifle at the ready, always ready to go blow some heads off. Even if you're just driving over desert, she's still ready.
I have my I Love Vegas shirt on my skeleton that rides in the AV, that plastic skeleton. He's dressed and ready for Vegas.
I thought it was strapped to the front.
Yeah, I thought you were going full Reaver style, strapping it on the front of the AV, or is it sitting inside the AV?
I'll strap him to the front to
Okay.
get his shirt.
All right, now what I would like actually for our very first roll, I need to grab my table. 1 second. Get all of my wonderful dice, all of my books. I need a roll from Chuggy as well as from Domino right now. Let me pull this up really quick. The reason I'm asking you guys to roll is because there's a very important issue that both of you haven't really run into in a while, because you haven't really been inside of the cities now in a decent little chunk of time. Domino had gone into the city, but it may be something that has escaped his mind since. So what I would like you guys to do is please roll me either, let's see, deduction, bureaucracy, streetwise, or no, one of those three. So deduction, streetwise, or bureaucracy. Go ahead and give me that roll on D20.
You mean normal Cyberpunk roll, right? D10, not a D20.
Oh, God, sorry. I'm still in D20 mode. I still have my 2 D20s. I actually almost rolled them right now. So yes, D10s. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna roll my D10s as to not screw you guys over. Okay, you guys both passed the check. And even Jack here is passing the check too. Jack, are you trying to think on the same issue?
What do you mean, even Jack? Excuse me.
Well, I mean, are you trying to get in on this analysis, this deep thinking?
Yeah.
Okay. So all three of you, Domino included in this, you guys realize that you're going into a situation right now where you're going into a major city. A major city that has its own police forces, just like Night City. It has security forces, just like Night City. And it may also have our wonderful Metacore. The issue that arises is the fact that your vehicles may not be visually suited for going into a city. Specifically, in T-Bar's case, you have externally mounted heavy weaponry on your vehicle, and it might attract the wrong kind of attention. What are you guys going to do?
Moving on, and I kind of Jack will stop for us there. Just kind of looking out. He's just been looking out the window, kind of quiet this whole time. We've been running around in the desert for a little while now. Well, that's definitely your domain. The cities are mine. And we ain't gonna get very far looking like this.
Suggestions?
We find somewhere to stash any vehicles that aren't exactly friendly looking. And I'm looking at, I sort of stick my head out the window as the car's moving, and I look up and down the bodywork of like Domino's car. Now, Domino's vehicle is just like outwardly, it's just a station wagon.
Yep.
So his would maybe pass.
Yeah,
Like
so
it's a little beat up, but you know, we're just traveling. But yeah,
Domino
anything
hasn't
that
had a chance to paint it yet, so it's still paint stripped.
yeah, I can't. I'm not sure of the upgrades that you've. I know some of them, but not all of them. Obviously, what upgrades have you got on there?
Yeah, it's so most of them would not be recognizable because the roll cage, the suspension, and the seating upgrade, but it has an armored chassis. So there's like plates of metal strapped onto it, so it looks a little bit more durable, and that's probably not something that people on average around Night City would, or around Vegas would have.
And even if they did, it would be in a different style.
Yeah.
So for those of you who might be a little bit confused as to why I'm having them think about this, in the Vehicles of Red on page number 11, it specifically warns on here about obtaining and owning mil-spec equipment. And it says on here, making yourself a target. Page 11 down at the bottom. Just like corpos are targeted in the combat zone and booster gangers are targeted in the executive zone, military vehicles and mil-spec modifications will be seen as a target anywhere. The military will want their hardware back, lawmen will know you're an immediate threat, executives will want to appropriate your gear for the company, solos want your vehicle for themselves. Pirates want it for raids, nomads and fixers see it as a treasure they can sell on the black market. The number of enemies you will make with any military vehicle or visible mil-spec gear are countless and eternal. Don't expect to ever feel safe unless you can conceal exactly what you're driving or the equipment that you have on board. And the little blurb we have on there is mil-spec SDP will stop incoming bullets, but it's going to make you everybody's target. So what do you guys want to do about this?
So it sounds like we need to park these somewhere safe and get us another set of wheels.
Yep.
All right, check the map.
I mean,
Because I know there's like we've encountered lots of like rest stops and places like that have been abandoned, and I don't know whether it's worth seeing if we
I
can
had
find something
scouted
like
around
that.
Vegas a couple games ago.
You have, that's right, you have. So if we find somewhere like that we can lock up all of our super heavy equipment and then fortify it in our absence, both sort of internal, secure it sort of internally, and then also externally make it look as uninteresting and abandoned as possible, so it doesn't even attract anybody. And then if someone should stumble across it, they wouldn't be able to get in anyway. That sort of thing.
So this one right over here, the X on the map, the X marks the spot for the the smash stop. This was the smash stop, yes. That
No.
That wasn't that the smash stop? What was the X then?
No, that was the temporary meeting place of getting everybody organized to move to Phoenix.
Oh right, yeah, they were just outside of that. My bad. It was the next block over. Okay, that's my mistake. Yes, so it's right up here, just outside of Vegas.
Yeah, it's like.
Well, to be fair, I would direct us to the smash stop no matter what. Anyway.
Well, it appears your burgeoning addiction may have actually paid off for us in the long run.
I crack a smash open as soon as he says that.
Chugging while flying. So there's a. Try that again.
I can drive whatever we find. So, well, drive, not fly. That'll be T-Bar. But yeah. So yeah, let's find a safe place to put these. But definitely don't want to be walking for too long if I don't have to be.
There's a couple of different options I'm going to give you guys. First and foremost, you can try heading over to the smash stop. You can carjack somebody or look for a car that's parked in the area and go full GTA. Seeing as you are heading into Vegas, that may be an option, might not be. Depends on what you decide to do. Second thing that you guys could do is you could, of course, try to hunt down a shop, and at that shop you could go and get a paint job, which is listed on page number, page 45? Page 44. It's listed on here, changing the paint of your vehicle and colors and patterns. You can also, if you want, try to find a location, uninstall the hardware, and move on without the hardware, so that's another option. And of course, you could always try to stop at a location outside of the city, park your vehicles in an area that is not visible, and then try to call in transport to take you from that location into the city itself.
I was going to say we just call a cab. We just
Yeah.
Do that.
park quietly outside of town and call a cab.
Yeah. I don't think painting my AV is going to help with like rocket launchers and
No.
heavy
yeah.
machine guns.
That's,
Yeah, just the most straightforward approach that attracts the least amount of attention.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do?
If everyone's in agreement,
yeah,
Yeah, where everyone's in
I
agreement.
agree.
all right. Yeah,
Find
we'll get-
a safe-ish place to stash all cabs.
Yo.
Is there any chance that there's something outside of the city, like a garage, that we could actually like secure the vehicles in, like a storage garage or a place kind of dedicated to something like that?
You could always try and search for it, yeah. I was just trying to throw out a couple of ideas to start up the brainstorming. You guys can do whatever you want. So you just let me know, and we can figure out what role to do for it.
I would
guess
say
I would-
I get the idea for that, but with everything that's going on with Nomads right now, I wouldn't trust any place like that. They'll be like, sure, we'll hold on to your vehicles for you. You can secure them here, and then be like, and then turn them over to the
Metacore.
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 Well,
So
that-
I think safely would be to hide the vehicles.
Yeah, that and the whole reason that we're going to Vegas is to, put some cash in our pockets, and painting of cars and finding legal storage is all going to cost cash. So
I don't want to.
let's just hide. And
I don't want a car jump out of another junkyard today.
Yeah.
That was good yesterday. That was fun. I will probably want to do that again in the future. Not today. Not going into Vegas or having to get my car out of Vegas.
Yeah, I think we put it somewhere where no one knows where it is.
Except
I'll
us.
I'll even leave my hat behind with the car. That way,
Mojo, you don't have hair.
Nomad. Yeah.
First. Okay. I think you need to find you like a Scully or something in Vegas. This is unsettling. I love you, man, but I thought you had hair.
Not in a long time.
We find somewhere quiet and Domino, do us a favor.
I won't blow up any vehicles.
Good talk.
All right. So, do you guys want to? What specifically do you guys want to do? We will figure out what to roll for.
Okay. What?
We could find like a cave or somewhere with like an overhang. We have top because we've had to take top down from our previous work, what have you. So I know we've got tarps. Someone's got it in their inventory. And we
Okay.
cover it with tarp. We get a bunch of dirt and sand and rocks, put them over the tarp. You see what I'm getting at, and we just cover it all up. Sort of, put the DeLorean in the mine shaft and tied it, kind of thing.
Yeah, don't forget you got two techs at your disposal, who could always try to put together an impromptu shelter cover.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
All right. Go ahead and roll me, our drivers, go ahead and roll me perception checks. See if you can find any locations to store this out.
Hey,
So, do you want it while we're from the passengers as well, since we're all kind of looking out for the same idea?
yeah, sure.
Sure. So we got 14, we got a 17, got another 17. Got a 16. Jack? 11. So Jack is a little bit too focused on the idea of he just wants to get into Vegas itself. A little distracted on the eventual purpose. Now our 17s, you guys actually just by one beat that DV. Remy almost got it himself. So Mojo and Domino, both of you notice that just outside of Vegas, because you said you're heading pretty much up this area here off road. You notice that right around here in this conjunction, right up here, there is pretty much a little old homestead. It's definitely been abandoned for quite some time. There looks to be a house, a garage, as well as what looks to be a old grain silo. So this place may have been attempted to be a wonderful little farm that has since fallen into disrepair.
Hey, T-Bar, will you fit in the silo? I mean, your AV fit in the silo?
I look at the silo. Do I think I'll fit in there?
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, I guess.
Why don't you try that? And I'm gonna go see if I can. Let's check out the garage.
Yeah.
And maybe make sure there's nobody in the house. Even though it looks abandoned, that often doesn't necessarily mean it is.
I want to kick the walls first so it doesn't come tumbling down.
Point.
Point taken, shots fired. So in this regard, if in the future baldness is a choice like Jean-Luc Picard, yes, very true. Even today, present day, baldness is a choice. You can go full bald if you want. Now, what I would like being done right now is who's checking out the garage? Who's parking in the garage? What are we doing for that? All right, Domino, go ahead and roll me a luck check. What's your luck stat?
4.
All right, roll me a 1d10.
Nope.
All right, so you pull up to the garage, and you can see that inside the garage is pretty much empty. It's big enough for your station wagon, but there's no tools left over. There's no vehicles inside there. It's pretty much just lots of dirt, dust, sand being kicked in from the desert. That's about it.
So there's no door?
There is no door.
Hey, Remy, do you think you can maybe fashion a door or make it look like there's a door?
If there's some scrap laying around here, I can
Cool. Yeah,
possibly move something up.
I pull up in front of it and park, and I'm like, hey, let's make sure this house is secure, see what we could find inside, and yeah.
Failing that, can't secure the door, just take the wheels off. Stick them under a bed upstairs. Make your car too much effort for someone to nick.
All right. Yeah. Let's see if we can do the door first, and then yeah, that's a viable option.
All right.
All right. Remy, go ahead and roll me a tech check. This would be you could do, if you want, you can run your maker check. You could run a basic tech check. You could do a jury rigging check, whatever you think would be the strongest.
Fabrication. How much does a garage door cost?
That doesn't really matter. He's making it out of scrap, and he rolled a like a 45 or something. I don't know, some ridiculous number. We've been over this. Math is useless. So your math cubes come out to a positive result. Remy's able to see some scrap chilling out inside. It looks like there was a door there previously. It had been broken down at one point. Somebody had driven a vehicle out of the garage. And all he really has to do is just bring everything back together with the tools he's got and put it back up. So Remy starts working on that, and it will take you approximately 1 hour to get done. No cost.
While he does that, I am going to take a tire off. Just, again, I like the idea of making it look like too much effort, so if somebody was like, hey, let's at least see what's in here, maybe there's something, and they're like, oh, there's a car, taking at least one of the wheels off would make it maybe too much effort.
Does anybody have any shotgun shells?
I do, actually.
I only need 2. I got a breech loader from some unfortunate soul back in Night City who kindly donated it to me. We could rig it up to maybe your boot of your car.
Still can't believe he tried blaming us for his mom shooting his dad.
Yeah, well, it's Night City for you.
Wait, he did shoot his mom, so.
I'll give him the 2 shotgun shells. I have 4 magazines of shotguns.
Stick them in the breech loader. Can you rig something up? Shout to Remy. Just an old school door trap with some string on a catch so that when the boot comes open, bang.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta finish the store first, but we'll get right on that after.
Right. I'm thinking, even if you take the wheel off, they might want to pop the boot open and steal whatever's inside, so deterrent.
Sure. And has anybody actually checked out the house yet?
Nope.
I'll go check out the house.
So we're landed in the silo and out of the silo?
So who here has ever been inside of a grain silo before? Yeah. How do you get in and out of grain silos?
The ones here in England, they've got a small hatch at the bottom. They've also got a big old ladder going up the side, and you can go in through the top as well.
Yeah, so as you guys come in, literally, it's a gigantically tall, well, not gigantically tall, probably about 2 stories tall grain silo. There's a ladder on the inside you can climb out of the top. So nobody will be able to see it from a horizontal perspective, but if somebody is vertical, height up, they might be able to see it if they go directly over. But yeah, you guys would be able to land in there and climb out.
That's fine.
Can I put just like a tarp over it or something?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a basic tech check. See if you can make it a little bit fancier than just throwing a tarp on top.
I will not be assisting with that. I will just be climbing out the ladder.
You throw a tarp on top. Put a blanket on it!
Jack is mostly other than coming up with the odd idea, useless. So he would probably check the house.
Okay.
While they were doing this stuff.
Okay. So yeah, we've got T-Bar, Mojo, and Jack. The three of you'd be able to go in and check out the house, while Domino and Remy are working on the garage and the car. So yeah,
Clay's probably helping with the. Clay's helping with the tech.
yeah. Give me 1 second to pull this up. I've still got my generators going, so give me 1 second. Fallout gens, Cyberpunk gens. There we go. If you guys are interested in the generators that I use on my streams, you guys can always check that out at this link right here, perchance.org, cpred-badlands-reveals. So yeah, you guys get up to a extremely run-down building. It is fucked. This place looks like it at one point in time was definitely a house, a homestead way out here in the middle of nowhere, but since has literally just gone into complete and total dereliction. It seems like nobody that you can see is inside the house from an outside perspective. All of the doors are gone. All of the windows are gone. Most of the side paneling on the house is ripped off. So, what do you guys want to do?
Structural integrity. Check it out.
Alright, you want to give it a kick? Go ahead and roll me brawling. Or you can roll, if you want to be more fancy about it, you can do deduction, or if there is like architecture anywhere in here, you can use that.
Education is probably closest to architecture.
Alright, you can roll education if you want.
So while he's looking at the wall real educated like, I want to run up beside him and kick the shit out of it.
Yeah, Mojo seems extremely distracted because something occurs while he is looking. We have T-Bar running up and fly kicking it. So T-Bar, go ahead and roll me a 2-hit for melee brawling. All right, yeah, you got a damn good hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Let's see. Do you punch a hole in the wall? This will tell us how structurally intact the place is. Holy God! 14. You run up and you jump in the air as you're kicking, and you go through the wall. You are now standing in the living room of this place. The wall is still standing. The building is still standing, but from the inside of the place, you can see that it is filled with dust, dirt, and now debris. Wonderful D's.
T-bar shaped hole.
Seems pretty sturdy.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Just see Jack's head
Enough for
like
me.
emerge from the hole. You ever consider a job as a city inspector when this is done?
I don't like working.
I
Enough
sort
for
of
me.
clamber in through the hole.
The T-bar shaped hole. Yeah, so Mojo, you got very distracted by T-Bar jumping through the wall. So yeah, you are inside. If you want, you can try to check out the interior of the building. If you have a dust mask or one of those face masks, you can put that on now. Otherwise, I'm going to need you to make a resist torture and drugs check.
I do have an anti-smoke breathing mask, so I'll put that
Alright.
on.
T-Bar, do you have one?
I do, yes.
Alright. Mojo, you got one?
I had one. I must have given it back because it's not on my sheet.
Alright. So, Mojo, if you want to go inside, I'm going to need you to make a resist torture and drugs check.
I'll give it a try for a while.
Oh, fuck. Alright, so as you walk in, you start coughing and hacking and wheezing. It seems as if, with the others putting on their breathing protection, you can definitely smell it and now kind of feel it going into your system. This place at one point in time, after it had been abandoned, was likely used as a drug lab. Somebody had come in here and probably tried cooking meth, synth coke, something along those lines. And you are now breathing in the residue, dust, and vapors mixed in with that.
I'll
So,
make my way back out.
Now
well,
I
you
kind of
have
want to take my mask off.
well, you have failed your check, and so the effects on you right now, you are going to have a reflex and dex -1. Your cool and your cool will be a +1. So you're a lot looser, and you're still coughing. You are definitely high on something, and you're cool. You got a little bit more swagger in your step. The cool part of Mojo is coming out, and this effect will be active for 12 hours.
Oh, yay.
You absolutely reminded me of every undercover copper at all of my gigs. Would you like to buy some drugs? Very obvious.
Come on. Let's search this.
All right, so you head on out of the building. We got 2 in there with breathing masks. Gentlemen, go ahead, and you can either roll me conceal, reveal, or perception check your call. And Mojo, you're already affected by it. You can totally walk back in. Just make me another check.
I thought it was more of another check.
Yeah, if you want to walk back in, yeah. You walk out, coughing, hacking, wheezing. Make another check.
I'm good.
Oh, no adventurous spirit. Oh, y'all. All right, so Jack and T-Bar both make perception checks. We got a 13 and a 16. Jack, what you find in there is you find a box fan that was still sticking where there used to be a window. Looks like it might be operational. You're not totally sure. You found a luggage container. It has wheels on it and a pull handle. It might be useful for storing some stuff when you go into the city. And you find a gigantic pile of napkins sitting next to some shattered glass. There is approximately 149 paper napkins.
I found some luggage and a bunch of shit, and I'll take the luggage.
All right. And T-Bar, you also rolled a perception check. You find a little bit more. You find some holiday lights. It looks as if at one point in time somebody had strung up some colored holiday lights. They look to be Christmas colored. So you've got your reds, your greens, and your whites. You find a saxophone that looks like it had been converted into a bong.
He's keeping that one.
And you also find a science textbook for chemistry.
Is there anything like is there any hits left in the bong?
What's your luck stat?
Roll your luck.
6.
All right, go ahead and roll 1d10. Let's find out.
Wow.
You try lighting it up, and it seems like the only thing left in there is some dried out resin, and of course, some of the dust and garbage that's hanging around in the air. Stinkpalm, have a wonderful night.
A sad note on the saxophone.
Saxophone. Go full Homer Simpson on it. Starting to sound like your old dorm room. My God, if you had a converted saxophone into a bong, then you had the best dorm room in the freaking campus. All right, so you've got an empty bong saxophone. You've got that chemistry textbook, and you found some Christmas lights. Meanwhile, Mojo, outside, you're starting to finally get your You're bearing back. You can see a little bit better now. You got dust and crud out of your eyes, but your eyes are very much so bloodshot. You're feeling a little tipsy from the shit that you were breathing in, whereas T-Bar and Jack both seem perfectly fine and coming out with a little bit of swag. So yeah, that is the house. If you want to continue trying to check out what's going on inside there, it's up to you.
No, I don't think it should be necessary.
Yeah, I was gonna go see if Domino and them got the garage ready.
You guys come back outside. You've only been spending a couple of minutes doing this. You get outside, you see that they're still in the middle of work, but they are diligently working on it. They're getting the door up, they're getting the wheel off, and after a little bit of time, it's finally coming to fruition. They are completed. So we have the lot of you. You have your vehicles stored, wheel taken off. AV is in the grain silo. We've got some lights. We've got a science textbook. We've got a bong saxophone. And we've got a super high mojo.
I'm
So
gonna throw
mojo.
that stuff in the AV before we leave. Like, I'm not walking around Las Vegas with a bong saxophone.
I put my wheel in the silo.
Okay. Mojo, it took them an hour to get all of this done, so you are now down to 11 hours on your highness.
I am going to smack down, spike baseball bat, and
You okay, Towley?
long arm of the law, which is the rifle, and
Howley.
stashed in the AV. I'm only gonna take the handgun and the shotgun.
Yeah, so this is, as Mojo's doing right now, this is a good time to check out your inventory on yourself. See what weapons you have on hand, what you want to store. If your weapon is not concealable, then it has to be visible. If your weapon is concealable, you'll need to run a conceal reveal check on it. You do not know, because none of you have been in Vegas proper, except for... Oh, Jack might know. Jack, go ahead and roll me a Streetwise check.
Yeah, cool. Right, Streetwise.
Jack does remember that inside of city limits, weapons are restricted. So any visible weapons will get the attention of both police and security.
Okay.
I should probably leave this rocket launcher behind.
Very heavy pistols are not concealable, are they?
No, they're not. No.
Okay.
What about regular heavy pistols?
They are.
Yes,
I believe they are, yeah.
they are. I need to. That first one is for the bike chain. It's a 17.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave it on me weapons, but I'll put it in my notes. I've left it behind. Like the
And a
breech
17
loader's
for the
rigged
handgun.
as a trap.
I don't have any weapons that are concealable at all. Like, I have a big spiked chain and a very heavy pistol and a shotgun.
On Jack's recommendation, I will also leave Peace, the shotgun, in the AV.
Right, I have a concealable SMG that I can give to someone if they don't have any concealable weapons. T-bar thinking.
I could probably, because handgun skill works for that still, right?
Yep.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Then yeah, if you let me borrow that, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Okay. I'll leave it on. Yeah, cool. Put it on your character sheet. I'll leave it on my character sheet, but I'll just put loans on next to the thing because I can't be bothered to delete it all to only put it back later on. Right. Everything else, I stashed the heavy SMG that I've got. I stashed the very heavy pistol that I forcibly took out of someone's hand. The breech load is rigged up to the trap. I've loaned my small SMG out, and I'm keeping my Mataba, the Devil's Advocate. That's concealable, so I will keep hold of that.
Yeah, whatever you're keeping on yourself, just make sure you roll your conceal reveal and put the number down next to it.
How many
on your inventory.
grenades can you keep in your pop-up thing, Remy?
Just one.
Oh, because I have 2 grenades. I didn't even really remember why I have them. I think I got them the first game.
Approximately 2 weeks ago. That still blows my mind. I'm sorry. I can't. We've been playing for so many months now, and the fact that it's literally only been like 2 weeks is just it's a little mind blowing.
I guess I will just conceal just dump all my weapons, and if anybody goes, just punch them, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you've got pretty high body, Ray, and you've got a metal arm.
Yeah.
Didn't you punch through like a steel chain and padlock at one point?
Probably.
Yeah, so I believe you did that on the top of
I mean,
the
hiding my
diner.
gun isn't that big of a deal. I think I've only fired it one time and I missed. So.
To note, actually, with like Remy's cyberarm that's got the launcher like inside, he wouldn't have to roll conceal reveal for that, would he? It's just
Nope.
Inside his arm. Cool.
Yep.
It's worthy to know.
We do have a total of 3 +2s right now. 2 from Stink Palm and 1 from Furious.
Yep. And so if you roll crappy on your conceal reveals, you can always steal up one of those. Just let me know.
I still do have one weapon, my erotic magazine. I'm bringing that.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, you wanted to murder somebody with that. You added that on your bucket list, I believe.
I am going to use one of the +2s from chat for my conceal reveal on the SMG that I'm borrowing.
Okay. All right, thank you, Stinkball.
I think you need to.
Yeah.
All right, so just write down those numbers on your character sheet,
Got a 25
and then
domino.
Yeah, we're not having any. Yep.
and then when we come around into the city itself, if we do
What
have
pocket are
any
you hiding
checks,
that in?
the internal
I'll never
pocket.
tell.
But once we get into the city, I'll let you guys know if there's any reveal checks, and I will give you the number that they hit, and if you are below that number, then they will have spotted your weapon. Okay?
Cool.
Are we all good?
I'm going to take one of the +2s for mine, so mine will be 14.
Okay.
I didn't know we had any when we rolled. Alright, cool.
This one is also
Could I
coming
have
from
some-
Stinkpalm. Thank you very much, Stinkpalm.
Oh, and just so I know, Jack, the one magazine, what's in it?
Oh yeah. I'll give you a bunch of ammo as well because you're not going to be able to fire it otherwise. I always reload, so it has a full clip of 30 in it at the moment,
Okay.
and I will give you. I've got 120 rounds for that on top of the 30.
I'd say an additional 30, and if I need to pick up more from you, I can grab them, or we can stop by a vendor somewhere and get them if they're
Well,
available there.
Just take them all, and then if you don't use them all, give them back. Easier.
Okay. You said 120?
120, that's right, yeah.
He just reaches into his left pocket, pulls out a pile of magazines. Just there you go.
I've got some bullets, there you go. And I just drop them like that.
Or is this in like a box, and you just empty out the box into his open hands?
Yeah.
These won't fit where I hit the gun. Hold on.
I mean, they might.
Hold on.
Hid that really well.
Look, with
Yeah.
enough time and patience,
I mean, if
never
you
mind.
can fit 2 raccoons. So
With enough time
Yes,
and
you can.
patience, you can make anything fit into your prison pocket.
Yep.
Oi.
Yep. You might not want this gun back, but I mean, it'll still be good.
Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, drink.
Yes.
Side note, I have a gift for a vampire after break. Oh, God. Hopefully that's an unrelated side note, Rob.
Ooh.
No,
I
last
see.
night.
Yeah, I
you
know.
say
Yeah, you won. Yeah.
And then flipping a coin. No. So I mentioned that I was saving the points to give a plot twist. It's like Rob was said that he was going to gift it to me as a Christmas present. And he's like, just tell me when and what kind you want. And I said, you know what? Save it to tomorrow. Flip a coin. Heads, it's this. Tails, it's that.
Yeah, I know a lot of you guys have been saving up for those plot twists. Jack as well said that he's got it saved up, so be nice to him.
I'm sitting on 21k at the moment, so yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we've got Cybernation Uncensored with their unlimited points, so that's always fun. All right, so you guys are all set. How the hell are you getting into the city? You are off of the main road, about a half-hour driving from the main road, and you are approximately an hour driving from the city.
Just fire up our agent, try and connect to the local whatever net it is, and call a cab, a Vegas cab, right?
Yeah.
Imagine we need.
out here to the house, or do we want to hike somewhere
No,
else?
let's go for like a 20-minute walk or so.
Yeah. We'll walk out into the middle of the desert, throw a bunch of dirt over ourselves, and pretend we woke up here. It's Vegas, man. They won't question it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I mean, there
These
is
cab
literally a
drivers must-
movie series based off of that very, very statement. So yeah,
Yeah. These cab drivers, that's going to be an average day for them. Like, they've already picked up 4 or 5 groups of people like that.
in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Given you're the best at talking, do you want to be the one to call the cab?
Yeah, all right.
Don't let me do the talking.
Yeah.
12
no,
hours
I'm-
from now, I'm gonna.
And I'll connect my agent to the local net and find a cab number and hit dial.
All right. Really quick. Johnny Drop. Remy. Remy, please. What is your luck score?
Got a luck of 4.
Roll me 1d10, please.
Everybody dumped luck.
Everybody dumped luck.
Standard.
3.
Hey.
As you guys are walking out there, Remy, you're able to get Jack's agent hooked up to this local net, and at the same time, what you guys notice in the local area is that there is also another group of people completely covered in dirt out in the middle of the desert. And they look over at you guys like, "Oh, hey guys! You got a number for a cab? We just woke up out here."
100 eddies.
2, yeah. Vegas, man. Am I right? Right. Get the agent up. You, where are you going? Where are you headed?
Oh, we're headed back into Vegas, man. There's no way we're missing out on another party day. Shit we took was crazy.
Crazy. Delicious drugs, right? Dial. I dial the number.
All right. So yeah, again, Remy was able to get it hooked up onto the local net, and so you're able to literally catch up on any number that the agent would have access to. You're able to call up a cab that arrives shortly thereafter. You guys were right. These cabs are actually stationed out at those gas stations that Chuggy had stopped at before. They literally park there waiting for any random ass person out in the middle of the fucking desert. Especially because, as we've mentioned before, mostly only the cities still exist. Suburbs and stuff don't really exist anymore outside of the major cities because of the Fourth Corporate War, the leftover radiation, the asteroid falls, the Nomad Wars, all of that fun shit. So yeah, there's a cab that arrives within 6 minutes. It takes 6 minutes to get out into the middle of this fucking desert to come pick you guys up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so in the meantime, the other guys they kind of walk up. There's 3 of them. You can see that they're all dressed up in what looks to be like corpo wear. They definitely seem as if they're corpos of some kind. You can't really find any logos that you're familiar with, but they definitely look like they're wearing business suits, covered in dirt. One of them is missing their front tooth. Another guy is he's bleeding out of the nose. Another guy has a huge facial tattoo straight down the front of his face. They look pretty fun.
You seem like you had fun.
Yeah, man.
Where we should be.
There's this great fucking club, man. Hold on a second, and you see him pull up his agent, and he starts going through pictures. Most of which I cannot show on a Twitch stream because that would be highly inappropriate. But one of the ones that he does finally land on is a place called the Ruby Rose Casino. And he says, man, go here. They've got fucking sluts, they got tables, they got girls, they got the drugs, and holy shit, last night's performance was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you gentlemen look like high rollers. You know, we're sort of looking for a decent time in the city. We've only been one night. It was okay. I'll be honest. We got pretty fucked up, but I don't think we had as much fun as you clearly had last night. Who should we be talking to? Any names you can drop?
One of the guys just kind of looks at you. He's like, names. I mean, I got. Let's see. And he opens up his jacket, and as he opens it up, you can see dirt, used condoms. You see some glass fall out of his jacket. Just kind of flaps it out, and then he reaches into one of the pockets. And give me 1 second. He pulls out a little card, and it says Freddy on it. And he's like, yeah, this guy's he's one of the folks that I know about. He's the one who got me into the club. Here, man, and he hands you it, and it's a digital business card, and it's got the name Freddie Butler on it, and it says, "Butlers aren't just servants."
Appreciate your patronage. Thank you very much.
And they look over at you and they're like, yeah, where did you guys go last night? We want to get all over the town. Shit.
What's the first name that comes to Jack's head, to Jack's brain from the last time he was there?
Let's see. Hamilton. You remember a hotel named Hamilton that you had stayed at previously, completely and totally trashed, and still most likely have an outrageously high standing tab and bill there for property destruction, alcohol consumption, and whatever you did to the poor owner's dog.
Hamilton, we got messed up at the Hamilton and blacked out, and now we're here.
All right. Good place to go.
Yeah. Owner's a bit crotchety. Be careful of, property damage and all of the fun stuff. He doesn't take too kindly to that, so just sort of keep your ear to the ground when he's about, and you'll be fine.
All right, I'll keep that in mind, man. Thanks so much. We'll see you there if you come back, man. We'll head there, and you guys see the taxi pulling on up as you're finishing up with this conversation. As I said, you got that business card from him. It's a digital business card. You can literally tap it on your agent, and it will, just like with modern day, what are those called? Little chips. It'll start dialing with it.
As they're filing into their cab, I'm like, yeah, when you get to the Hamilton, just ask for Jack Holmes's tab, and they'll sort you out. Not a problem.
All right, man. Jack Holmes. Cool. Well, we'll see you later. If you find him, let him know that Mason sent you, man. Mason.
Oh, thank you very much.
And they close the door, and their cab starts heading off. And very shortly thereafter, a second one pulls on up. And for you guys, what you have pull up, because you had called for two, one for them, one for yourself. Second one that pulls up is a van. So there's seating in there for about 8 people.
I guess we just pile in and yeah, just take us to the strip. That's all right.
All right. Sounds good, sir. We'll be there in approximately, and you see him type in something on his little his his little computer in the front. We will be there in approximately half an hour, and total charge. And he clicks enter, and you see pop up on the little display pad. Total charge is going to be 300 eddies, and he hits the gas and goes. Now, the reason that it rolled up at 300 eddies, I got a surprise look for Domino. You're in Vegas. This is a tourist trap.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yep, and you guys called for a cab to come out into the middle of the desert and pick y'all up.
That's fine. It's
Yep.
the price of anonymity. We'll take it.
Yep. And so,
For a moment and
oh fuck, goddamn, oh shit. 10.5 hours after the walk in the countryside. 10 hours left. Yep. Yeah, so you got 10 hours after you arrive. So, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of narration, then we're going to take our bio break. So you guys are pulling up to Vegas. This is future Vegas, and any of you that have read like Home of the Brave or any of those additional supplements from Cyberpunk 2020, I'm drawing a little bit of inspiration from them, but regrettably, I have dyslexia, and reading is not my strong suit. So I was trying to read through them, and what I did get, I'm going to share with all of you. You guys see a miniature Statue of Liberty waving you into the city. You can see her arm is now moving in this cyberpunk future. She's waving, and it says, it's got a little flag in her hand instead of the torch. It says, "Welcome to Vegas." You have that big "Welcome to Las Vegas" sign outside as well, the classic one that never dies. And as you guys are driving in, you can see that there are many different knockoff attractions. You still have the wonderful Bellagio Hotel. You also have the Strip itself, which is on both sides littered with casinos, stands, neon lights that are lit up in the middle of the fucking day, excruciating heat, baking literally every surface you can find. And of course, you also see a little bit further in the distance that club that had been mentioned by those guys that was named the Ruby Rose Casino. Now, when we come back, I'm going to let you guys know a little bit about the signs and stuff that you're seeing popping up on the side of the road, because of course there are different attractions that you can jump into if you are so inclined. But we will jump into that when we get back from our bio break. So, ladies, gentlemen, everybody in between in our chat, please, please, please hold on tight. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with Cyberpunk Goes Nomad visiting Las Vegas. All right, we are on our bio break screen. I'm going to keep up the little bit of music, and I'm going to keep the mics hot if you guys want to chat. And we'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, and Furious George, have a good night. We will see you later.
All right. Well, I'll be back.
Take that off for temporary.
or
want to get any popcorn grease on it.
Makes sense.
Well, they will refuse the retard if it has body
Yeah.
odors or those stains or etc. A little bit too small. Should get that cost $8. Probably worth it to that size.
There's a few things that I ordered that they don't fit quite properly, so I'm going to get together with one of my friends. I'm going to see if I can find one of my friends who's a seamstress who will have fun with them, and I'll give a nice fee for making them wearable.
Yeah. I don't have, well, one that's actual leather like it.
Yeah,
They
that.
have the same benefit. I still need, speaking of which, I still need to pay my girlfriend socks that she made for a friend of ours, or a friend of mine. Wish a pair of socks for a streamer friend named Socks.
Oh.
And Callie has this joke like thing with the one of her housemates' cats. He does not like to be picked up and will be combative about it. But that just makes her want to pick it up all the more. So I got her a stuffed fox that has it's a I forget the brand name. It's one of those people you squeeze its head, the face changes from cute and cuddly to mean and vicious.
Yeah.
So, and I also got a custom, a voice box and put angry fox noises on the voice box. So I said, here. That way you don't pick up Hannah and get clawed. You can pick up this and have the same experience of a danger flute. But I couldn't put them together because I can't sew I can't sew a zipper in a fox. So. You can swap out the other jacket. I'll do that. Just on my costume. Of course, the mics are hot, so
Yep.
let's see if anybody actually notices that I changed jackets. But, anybody that's listening will just
I
know.
don't. Yeah. Oh, so I found a great one the other day. Siri kept calling me Shirley this morning, and I was getting really annoyed, but I realized I had left my phone in airplane mode.
Surely you can't be serious.
And I found that one. I was like, yeah, that one. I have to share that. That one's fantastic.
And it kind of hurts the head though because, right? if your phone is in airplane mode, doesn't that shut Siri off too?
Right?
Boom, boom, boom. Right.
And the other one that just tickled me was I met a guy from Australia who works in IT. I asked, "Do you come from a land down under?"
Wham, wham, wham.
That was highly entertaining, and they got added to the plethora of puns that I share with my colleagues.
Do, 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 do. I can't. How many more bars than that? Otherwise, the channel might get taken down.
Do what?
I said I can't hum any more bars of that song. Otherwise, the channel might get taken down, and Rob will be very upset.
Airplane was totally better. Like I said, I just like both of them.
After here, we're safe. Oh.
So, monkeys have gone on the rampage in India and have attacked hundreds of dogs. There's some sort of war going on between monkeys and dogs in India. And all the humans are just taking cover like fuck. Monkeys drop dogs from roof. They're grabbing the dogs, climbing up onto the rooftops and dropping the dogs off the rooftops in bizarre, apparently revenge-motivated attacks.
So War of the Worlds is coming to real life now, huh?
Yeah.
Monkeys together strong.
Yeah, no, totally.
We are just waiting on Chuggy, and then we will start back up.
I was here for like the last 10 or 15 couple minutes.
Sounds good. Alright. 1 second, need to feed my brain. Crackers.
You mentioned Africa, and I just feel bad because Vampire will never be able to go to Africa. I mean, not since
he left the race.
Yeah.
Just so our viewers can see, I'm just quietly shaking my head at them.
If you remember, I ran a game of I think it used to be called Night's Edge. There was like an unofficial expansion of 2020 that introduced like vampires and stuff like that into lore.
Night's Edge.
And yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, I ran a game. Fantastic. Yeah, I ran a game of that back in university, and the campaign ended with because the city had like weather control systems. So literally the corporations controlled the weather. And they ended up basically the water was all recycled back up again, and they just blessed the entire tank. That was the very end of the campaign. They went up into near orbit, assaulted the satellite, this corporation that was being ran by vampires, and they blessed the tank. And that was the end of that.
Very smart. Very smart.
Oh.
All right, so where we are at now, you guys are coming up on the strip of Las Vegas. Now, hold on 1 second. This is something that if I get these written down so I do not forget, this will actually be included in our next release of the whatchamacallit, the scream sheets. I'm going to do a Vegas scream sheet that I'm going to be putting out over the course of our vacation. So I will have that released, I hope, next weekend. Because then I'll actually have some time, some free time. It's either going to be next weekend or the weekend after that, but it will be during our break. And when we get back, I will feature that on the channel. And in the meantime, folks that are playing during holidays, you could always pick that up and try running some adventures based on the Scream Sheet. So for all of those in the audience that have read our Scream Sheets in the past, you've seen that I've got a lot of adverts and stuff, a lot of wonderful art that is usually being made by our super gracious community members. Gray and Crosswire have done most of them. Absolutely fantastic work. So I'm hoping to bring that to you guys at the end of this month, beginning of January. Now, before I start up, I want to mention I dropped it off in our chat again. I just checked the Kickstarter. We are now at 49 Kickstarter supporters. We are $700 short. We're almost there. Almost there. There's only 24 hours left in the Kickstarter, so if we can get some of our members that are listening right now to jump on there, check that out, give some support, we can hopefully get this kickstarted, because otherwise Rob is going to have to restart all over again. So yeah, let's get that kickstarted. Let's get that supported up. I'm going to drop that one more time in case you are just rejoining us. Don't forget to check out the Kickstarter on Cybernation Uncensored. Boom. Hope all is well. King and Potato, just glad to have you back. All is well. Kickstarter is a campaign that Rob is running right there on the link. And he has put together some absolutely wonderful ideas for interchangeable magnetic minis, these wonderful dice towers, wonderful dice containers that are shaped like assault rifle magazines, as well as some absolutely beautiful dice, and I want all of them. So yeah, jump on Kickstarter if you guys have some cash, and give some support to the Cybernation Uncensored Kickstarter. And I'm sorry that life got busy. That's life, right? We're about to get busy too, and we're off for the next 2 weeks. This is our last session of 2021 before we jump into our own holidays. So give me 1 second. My computer just set itself to Chinese. I need to set it to English. There we go. All right. So what do we see? I'm going to be typing these out into our chat. And on here, this is the stuff that you guys are going to be seeing. So if you direct your attention over to the Discord chat, I'm going to type these out. One of the first things that you see, of course, being advertised on these huge neon sites or neon signs is the Fight Dome. So the Fight Dome, you can see, has these two massive chainsaws directly over the lights, and then every 10 or so seconds they go brrr, and they cut through the Fight Dome, and then they slash against each other and sparks start flying, and then the animation resets. And so you see that on there. Those are being advertised. So number one is the Fight Dome. The second thing that you see being advertised, of course, because you are heading down towards it, you have the Red Rose Casino. And the Red Rose Casino has gambling, slots, they have performances, and of course they have both ladies and gentlemen, and those that you can neither distinguish. They have every single taste for every single kind of person. So they have tons and tons of people for escort. You also see advertisements for what looks to be Las Vegas's own Body Lotto. And so on the Body Lotto, you can see on there that the Body Lotto is going to be literally, it says jackpot 400 million eddies. So the jackpot is 400 million. It has stacked up quite a bit. Nobody has gotten those numbers yet. and you see that they have 3 districts. So they have 3 different balls that are running, but you see that each of those balls are triple digit, not double digit. Okay, so you have 3x triple digit. And then the 4th sign that you guys see is you see upcoming performance, odd number, negative, even number, positive, dice maiden, rolled a 4. Looks like you guys are going to get a positive plot twist from Rob Mulligan. So the 4th big advertisement that you guys see that is rolling up on there, it says, drink till you drop. And this looks like it is being sponsored by Smash. It looks like it is literally a drinking competition, and they have what look to be people dressed up in Oktoberfest stuff, covered in lederhosen, dancing around with mugs of beer literally the size of themselves, splashing all over the place. And so these are... Yeah, so these are the 4 immediate advertisements that you're seeing being replicated all up and down the strip. Of course, you also see other advertisements for smaller companies. You see advertisements for vehicle shops. You see advertisements for clothing stores. You see advertisements for hotels. And of course, the one thing that you see on the bottom of every single sign is brought to you by Petrochem. And so that is on the bottom of every single sign that you see. So
This town's always been run by one corporation or another. The mob. The Rat Pack during the day. Britney Spears at one
There were
point, I'm pretty
rats.
sure.
There were rats that ran the town.
Oh, yeah, I forgot your. I'll educate you later on the finer points of classical music. For now, I think we should just keep our heads down.
I thought
Get
Britney
to-
Spears was classical music.
Yeah, Rat Pack's even older than that, son. Don't worry about it.
Are those like those animatronic robot mice that sing?
No,
I am
those are the ones that
horrified.
ran a pizza joint.
I am horrified if that is the case.
Those are the ones that ran a pizza joint.
Oh, right. Well, weren't they called the? I don't know. It seems like synonymous.
You actually remember explicitly, and you see a sign for it up on the side of the road. There is a location that has animatronics dancing around, and it seems to be a massive, big animatronic, and it is called Bloaty's Pizza Hog Pizza.
Go in there. I'm hungry. This place looks legit.
All right.
We're
You
here
know
to
what?
meet, contact, and get work.
Mojo, actually, Domino might have a point. Hot food, we could probably stop off for some hot food before we do anything else.
And I know Jack knows me, and I know Jack, and I'm pretty sure, while I would be good if a gunfight were to break out, I don't think he wants me to meet his friends in case I were to accidentally blow something up. So me getting food and staying away, but close enough to help and reinforce if needed, might be the better course. I'm trying to use those things that you use to put things on walls. Tact.
TA's, yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
Why is it the nearer we get to civilization, the more of a headache you become? Forget it, it's fine.
Because
You were obviously built to go live out in the desert like a savage. I don't hold it against you. It's the way you were raised. Food, then the Ruby Rose, and we can start asking around.
Great.
All right, then I guess we go do that.
Let's go have some not Chuck E. Cheese.
All right. So you guys ask the van to drop you off by this location, and you are immediately greeted by this absolutely massive place. It's the size of like a Costco. It is huge. It is covered in all of these windows up in the front, and adorning the top of the building is this absolutely massive. It's the size of probably a small building itself. This huge blow-up hog, this gigantic anthropomorphic pig that has its arms flapping in the wind like a robot's eye stalks, floating around in the wind, and you see huge neon lights right above, and it says Belodi's Pizza Hog. And you see the sides and the front offhang. It looks like they're dripping cheese. This visual element is dripping cheese down onto the pavement. So that's what you guys see as you pull up. And the driver turns around and looks at all of you, and he says, "All right, that's going to be 300 eddies."
Yeah, all right. Jack will just pull the 300 for now and give it to him so that we can get out.
All right. He counts that all of the doors in the van are still locked. You can see they have these massive locks, and he counts through the bills. He double checks and he holds it up to make sure that it's real, because very, very rarely does anybody pay him in cash for such a large sum. He's like, "All right, checks out. Here you go." And he turns around and he hands you a card. And he says, "If you need me, feel free to call again. I'll come anywhere, even the deserts." And you can see on the card. The card is hold on 1 second. The card has it written on it. You can see there is a name, and it says, "Johnny Turner. I come where you come."
It's an unfortunate business card. I'll put it in.
And all of the taxi doors, you hear this as these massive locks unlock and the doors open up on the sides.
All right, yeah, pile out, I guess.
All right. So yeah, a lot of you crawl on out, and you guys see this massive pizza restaurant. Again, it's got all of this wonderful holographic dripping cheese from the roof. It's got this massive hog on top of the building, and you can see under the overhang there is every kind of person literally dancing around, seeming to be enamored with this pizza as they just slam it into their mouth holes very aggressively, very hungrily. Go ahead, and if you would like, any of you can roll me a streetwise check.
Yeah.
Oh, might as well take advantage of the drugs I got in my system.
What are we rolling a check for?
Streetwise. Remy has negative idea. He's like, "This looks great." A 5 minus a 9. Oh my lord. Alright, then we've got Mojo's at a 15, Jack's at a 20, Domino is at an 8, and T-Bar is at a 10. So out of all of you, Mojo and Jack, the two of you, are definitely the most streetwise of the lot. Both of you realize that there is definitely something more than just these pizza. It's not just pizza. There's no way that human beings would act like this outside of the building, slathering themselves in pizza, if it wasn't for something else being mixed into that wonderful dripping roof cheese. So that's some insight that both of you come to the conclusion with. But we also have our wonderful Mojo here, who is still very high. And go ahead and roll me a willpower check. should be.
T-Bar's too distracted, still thinking of the drink till you drop thing.
Yeah.
You got it.
Let's see, what is it willpower under? I think it's just will, isn't it?
Yeah. Straight will.
Yep, straight will.
15.
All right. Your appetite, you're able to control a little bit, but your tummy starts growling audibly at you to the point where Remy got distracted by the tummy growl and thus could not make his streetwise check. But you can, Remy, his stomach is growling so angrily you can hear it.
I go up and I hold the door open for the rest of the group.
Look over, Jack. Are you sure about this?
No, I'm really not.
What even is a pizza hog?
Yeah. I mean, the Bloaty's a pizza hog.
Maybe they got some German food over at that Oktoberfest place.
Now there's an idea.
Well, they've almost definitely got smashed there. That's not lost on you. I don't know.
You think so? I didn't notice.
Ah. I believe you 100%. This concerns me, though. Does that seem like normal behaviour to you? I'm not
I've never been
talking
to Vegas.
just anywhere. I'm not talking the general sort of, oh, you're a zombie in your day-to-day life, consume, all of the George Romero style social commentary. I'm not really talking about that. This seems a little bit something a little bit extra. And I'll gesture to whoever it is nearest by to me that's like the most because they're all acting crazy, but like the most egregious example of that, as if to sort of put an exclamation on the point I'm trying to make. Like, that's not normal.
I go up to one of them. Hey, how's the food?
So you walk up to the counter, and are you asking the employee or are you asking a random person inside the building?
Random person inside the building.
So yeah, you walk up to somebody's table and they just kind of look up at you and they're just staring at you. And a piece of pizza just kind of drips out of their mouth like, it's amazing. Bloaty's Pizza, and somebody next to them, Bloaty's Pizza.
Domino, if you want pizza, there's a delivery place named similar to yours. Let's do that.
Yeah, this is
Mojo, as you say that,
amazing.
As you say that, there's actually a person dressed in one of the mascot suits that kind of walks up right behind you, and you hear him very loudly proclaim right behind your heads, like, nobody delivers pizza like Bloaty's! And he just screams that into your ear.
All right.
And they're in a big mascot costume, about double the width of a regular human being.
Hey, Jack, it's a bad idea to punch this guy, right?
Yeah, but I'll be honest. This place had my interest. Now it's got my attention.
Yeah, let's order. Hey, weird yelly guy. Can you? We want a cheese pizza over at that table. Can we have that table?
Like, any table you want. We've got tons open. And he points around. You can see that, again, this place is the size of a Costco. And it has one extremely super long counter that just goes down the entire length of the building. Hundreds of open tables. And there are, of course, also hundreds of filled tables of people just bathing themselves, both literally and metaphorically, in the cheesy goodness. There are dozens of people at the counters who are ordering up food. You can see the machines in the back, these massive ovens cooking up the food. You can smell. It smells like how do I put this without making myself vomit? It smells like a mixture of gas station pizza combined with the inside of a Buffalo Wild Wings booth mixed in together with just a constant overriding smell of just boiling cheddar cheese.
Smells delicious. Cheese pizza over at this table. Come on, guys.
Hold on. Just
I didn't say I was going to eat it, but that way we could look at it.
all right, Domino. When I am the voice of reason in a situation, you should be very fucking concerned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna go over to the counter and address whoever it is behind the counter. How long's this place been here?
A very, very exhausted employee just looks at you, and she stares into you, and you can see there's a void in her soul, and she just
I've been
says,
there before.
"Yeah."
I know that voice. Yeah.
She just stares at you, and she's like, "How long has it been here? Bloaty's always been here. Would you like to supersize that?"
I think I blue screened her.
Hey, Remy,
As
can
you say,
reboot
I
her?
think I blue screened her. She says, "Again, would you like to supersize that?"
Remy, can you reboot people?
If only.
I think that's what the baseball bat's for.
Time here previously, GM.
Yes.
Am I familiar with any how can I put this? Chemists?
Previously in Vegas, you know for a fact that there are probably dozens and dozens.
Right, well, wait for the cheese pizza to get delivered to the table.
All right. So yeah, after literally only about like 2 or 3 minutes, the man, maybe a different person in a bloaty costume, but somebody walks up in one of these big, gigantic, massive hog costumes. They've got a pizza that's about this large around. So it's not a 16-inch. It's more of a. Let's see, can I get my measuring stick here? All right. So this is. It's probably about 50 centimeters, just in radius, not in diameter. 50 centimeters in radius. It's massive. Let's see. Do I have inches? I do not have inches. I'm sorry. We're metric here. So yeah, it's freaking huge. And he comes up to the table and he plops it down. And he says, "Enjoy your pizza now with the famous Heisenberg sauce. It's bloatastic!" And he starts flailing his arms around as he turns around and starts going to another table.
For
Heisenberg's
using the imperial system, that's almost 20-inch radius.
20.
It's like manhole cover, basically.
Bigger than a manhole cover.
Yeah, larger than that.
Yeah.
Or 40 inches across.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, radius. Yeah. For about 40 inches across. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'd sort of lower my voice to a conspiratorial level to address the rest of the group. I think the message I got from my contact said they're having a little bit of trouble with Petrochem. Petrochem's name's on everything in this town. They got their fingers in all the pies. No pun intended.
Like this one?
Like this one.
No, I was going to beat you to it. I've probably, if I can remember the names, I know a few chemists in town. Could probably take a look at this for us and tell us what the special sauce is made of, if you know what I mean.
So, don't eat this yet.
Unless you want to be even more brain-addled than you already are, Domino. No.
No.
I wouldn't even suggest T-Bar give it a try.
What?
Might help too.
What? As a piece of pizza's already in his mouth.
I am not sure pure polonium could kill T-Bar, but I still don't want to risk it.
What? You think this pizza could kill me?
No, I don't. But
I think that's a
Immediately
dare.
grab a slice of the pizza.
Yes. All right. Are you gonna eat it?
I try to shove the entire slice in my mouth without even like biting off, just like the entire thing in there.
Let's go.
So, if any of you are familiar with the Fallout core rulebook or the Cyberpunk core rulebook, the slice of pizza is about this size. So yeah, you take that, you kind of fold it New York style, jam it into your mouth. Go ahead and roll me resist torture and drugs.
Well, I was hungry.
Well, I'm gonna use my 6 luck. I'm just gonna add it to it, so I don't want to actually die from pizza.
All right. Well, we also have some +2s in chat. Do you want a +2 from Furious George?
Sure.
All right, so we'll take that. Thank you, Furious George. Athletics
23.
All right, yeah. So you jam this entire pizza in your mouth, and it tastes freaking delicious. This is probably like the most like savory thing that you have tasted so far, especially seeing as the majority of the food that you've lived off of is like rations and kibble and stuff like that. But it's freaking delicious. It is pure serotonin and dopamine release as you jam that into your mouth.
I talk with like still full of pizza. That's fine.
Yeah.
Now we need to go.
Like I said, I don't think introducing anything into the chemical stream that has replaced your bloodstream is a really fair test.
Yeah, I'm not really hungry anymore. Thanks, people.
All right, now you beat that resist. Pizza death is good death. You beat that that check, and so you have a +2. You can add this in to your luck. And you have no negative side effects from eating it, other than the fact that it's freaking amazing. It tastes absolutely delicious.
Do you want to call one of your? Hey, can we get a to-go box?
No. It's fine. It already came in a box.
No, the pizza itself was just dropped down onto the table.
Oh, that's disgusting. Yes, we need a box.
So you call somebody. I love the reactions. Sorry, I've got Invader Sim going through my brain right now, and we're trying to have a little bit of fun. So yeah, this guy comes back over, and he's got a very flimsy box. It looks like it's already been used. It is grease stained, but it is ready to go. He comes over, and he kind of just slips it underneath the pizza and closes it up on top. He's like, "Are you sure you don't want another piece before you go?" And he pulls one off with his bare hand and offers it over to Domino.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure it's bloat-tastic?
In fact, you can have that one as a tip, young man.
Yeah, that one's all you.
Huh? Eating on shift, yeah. And he jams it into his mouth and starts walking and waddling away after closing the box.
Through the mascot helmet.
Through the mascot's mouth. He puts it into that thing's mouth. Yes. And starts waddling away.
At this level of exotic cyberware, that probably is his mouth. He is the pig.
Go ahead and roll me a tech check, sir. You can do cybernetics tech or you can do basic tech.
Sure. I firmly believe that he is the pig.
Firmly.
It's like the Maelstrom, but instead of having like scary combat cyberware, it's just we've got to make you look like a mascot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm totally serious, and I'm even gonna pull up chat right now, and I'm gonna stare straight into the camera. That is the future of cyberware, ladies and gentlemen. We will all be mascots one day. There is no other choice. He starts going away. You guys have this gigantic, flimsy box filled with cheesy, delicious goodness. T-Bar, you're feeling a little bit luckier now that you've eaten that wonderfully delicious pizza. The box itself, filled with this pizza, it weighs roughly 10 kilos. It is pretty heavy.
I mean, at least we get into a fight. We've got a melee weapon.
Oh wait, hold on. Not 10 kilos because two pieces of pizza were already taken. It weighs roughly 8 kilos now.
We head out back onto the out front onto the pavement and pull my agent out and actually I don't want anyone connected. I look around on the street because this is Vegas, and if there's not a dealer on the street, someone that looks like he might know one.
You see probably about 2 or 3 dozen people that look like they are dealers. They are not hiding it. It's Vegas.
Yeah. So approach the one kind of dressed the nicest, because Jack's mental arithmetic here is if they're dressed nicer, it means they earn more money from the drug dealing, which means they're better at it. And the drugs they're peddling are probably nicer, which make them a better chemist. It's been a long 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been a long 2 weeks.
That's a reasonable estimate.
Yeah. Approach said person. You fancy payment for a bit of a special job, but that's all right.
The guy swings around. You saw him wearing a suit. The guy swings around, and what you see is, now that you can see his face, he looks identical to Charlie Chaplin. Wearing his suit, his full what was that called? Oh, what was the name? Not the scam. Is it the scam?
Yeah.
He's wearing his scamp suit, cane and all. And he looks around. He's like, "Special job, can do." And he clips his shoes together. He's like, "What do you need?"
You first of all, I just need to know that you've got some talent in the chemistry area, and you're not just a salesman.
Oh, I don't make my own drugs. I just sell them.
All right. We I'm gonna pay you a finder's fee to put us in contact with your chemist. I'd like to discuss a bit of business with him, if that's all right.
All right, yeah. And he pulls out his agent, and he's like, "All right. How much you willing to offer?" And you see him kind of like back up a little bit, his Chaplin ways. He's got his cane covering himself.
I'll give you $250 for the finder's fee.
What? Deal. Yeah. And he reaches out his phone and kind of like shakes it at you, like tap the phone with your agent.
All right. So I've now got his chemist contact details.
Yes. So your 2 phones tap. So you touch tips. And now that you have officially touched tips, you are
docking. The kids call that docking.
Docking. You have officially docked. Yeah, you get. I hope you guys are writing down these names because I'm throwing these out right now. You find a contact that's been added into your phone named Gleaming. It's just titled Gleaming, and there's a number attached.
I will reach into my pocket and grab out 100 eddies and crumpled up bills and lint that I will hand over towards Jack.
Appreciate that, T-Boy. Thank you very much. Pocket
Those
that.
bills were sticky before I got them.
Hey, Eva, while we're here, you should talk to them, get nice young man, about some of your other problems.
It's like, can I introduce you, gentlemen, in anything to wet your noses or maybe fill up your stomachs with? I've got whatever ails you here.
How much do you have?
You see him literally open his jacket, and inside his jacket, if you've ever played any of the Resident Evil games, What You Buying, What You Selling, you can see what looks like a very properly itemized inventory with literally like tags hanging off of them. And you see the following, and I will read this off. This comes from the Medicine in the Time of Red. You see synth coke, of course. You see caffeine, just pure straight caffeine. You see something called Flicker. You see John McGraw's Bundy bars. You see containers for Molly, Nova Jane, Stardust, and something with a couple of question marks on it, and it looks like it is a organically grown something. Looks kind of like a mushroom or a fungus.
Hey, Jack, here's 50. Just for helping out.
Yeah, not a problem, mate. I'm not
So what you buying?
What are these question mark things?
Not Mojo, but the player will buy all of the question mark ones in memory of Max. But not Mojo.
So the question mark ones that you are asking about, these are called the Riddler.
Yeah, what do they do?
You take one and you find out. Everyone is its own little special little guy, and he pulls it out. You see him open up this little packet. There's about like 8 or 9 different like mushroom caps in there. Each of them seem to be different colors, different textures, different shapes and sizes. He's like, it's a riddle. You pick one out, you take your shot.
I'm gonna guess that that's what our friends had before we found them out there.
I don't like guessing stuff. Just give me the your synth code.
Oh, all right. And he seals up the little bag. He hangs it back on his little coat hanger inside of his coat. And then he grabs synth coke. He's like, how much do you need?
Oh, you misunderstood. I meant give me all of it.
Oh, if that's the case, hold on 1 second. He takes the little tiny packet, puts it back in, and you see him take a step back, and he pulls off a panel on the side of his leg, and you can see him remove a massive chunk of just cocaine, a solid bag. He's like, all right, this is about 10 kilos.
So that's what, like 100 eddies?
He starts laughing at you. Hold on. So one dose is 20 eddies, and this is about 20,000 eddies.
So I guess. Damn. Seems like a lot.
That's what I'm here
Tell you
for.
what,
I'm the
here's
skimp.
500.
You can say that.
Here's 500.
All right. Yeah. So you give him 500 eddies. He puts the massive bag of cocaine back into his hollowed out cyber leg, puts the panel back on, reaches into his other leg, and he pulls out a set of these packets, and he starts counting them out. He's like, all right, 500 eddies, and he holds it out. You can see his hands kind of shaking a little bit.
His hands are shaking.
He is
Can I
definitely
tell
on
if it-
something, dude. There's no way this guy is not dipping into his own supply chain. But he's not as high as Mojo is right now.
Shit, now I know he's got $20,000. I feel like trying to rob him. I'll just pay him and be like, hey, what's that chainsaw place over there?
All right, he takes the 500 eddies, and he hands you approximately 25 doses of synth coke.
All right.
And he says, "Oh, and here's a little one on the house." And he reaches in and he takes out a candy bar and he hands it to you. He's like, "Never say the scamp doesn't take care of you."
All right.
And he looks over and he says, "That's the dough, the scamp, yeah." But that's the dome. That's the fight dome. You can go there. You can place your bets, or you can even try your own luck at one of the matches. I've tried mine, and that's why I've got a prosthetic leg now.
Is this how you're paying off your leg?
Oh, I paid that thing off years ago. This is just an extra way to wet my whistle.
Gotcha.
Suppose everyone that fights in those things is cybered up to the gills, right?
Some of them are cybered. You can go into the all flesh competition. You can go into the maelstrom level competition, or you can go in there and place your own bets.
What kind of payouts they got in there, you know? How long it take you to pay that leg off?
Oh, I was in the match and that paid it off. If you lose something, if you get a good enough applause, they'll replace it for you.
One way to get a new cyber arm.
If you want, I'll cut your arm off for you. We do it in there, they'll give you a new one.
Anyway, it was nice doing business with you, Scamp. Thank you for your information. We've got to run along.
You see the scamp look over at Mojo, and he's like, "Oh, I see that look in your eyes. I know what you're on. Oh, you must be enjoying yourself."
And, Chip, let's try your knowledge. What would you say it is?
All right, give me 1 second.
But I'm down to 40 eddies now, so I need to try to get some money.
Oh, you're on the old version of Stardust. I can see the look in your eyes. It's red, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of green. I mean, look around at the lights. And go ahead and roll me a perception check. All right, 19. Yeah, every single one of the lights that you can see around you right now. If you have, or if anybody in the audience has an astigmatism, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They literally look like they are glowing, and they look like they are made out of stars. Every single light source, all around you. It's quite beautiful, but it is also a little bit dizzying. Hence the feeling like you're a little high.
That's really annoying when you're driving, too.
Oh yeah, I've got astigmatism, and it is a bitch.
My glass is mostly correct for it, but not entirely.
Hey, Jack,
That's why.
let's make that call.
That's why I wear sunglasses when I'm driving, no matter what.
All right. Yeah, Jack will put out his agent and call Gleaming.
All right. Yeah. So you call Gleaming, and you hear on the other end of the line is like, yeah.
Oh yes, you would be a friendly local chemist.
Yeah. Where'd you get my number?
Chap by the name of the Scamp directed me in your direction. Says you can help us out with a little bit of chemistry homework.
Fucking legless bastard, always giving out a goddamn number, piece of shit. Starts grumbling. You hear him mumbling some extremely incomprehensible swear words in multiple different languages. He's like,
Oh, I don't.
"Yeah, what can I do for you? You need something?"
Don't get too angry. It'll be a paid job. I just need someone in your area of expertise to analyze something for me, if that's okay.
Can do it. Sounds simple.
All right. Where and when?
It's like, I'll ping you, and click. The phone goes off, and literally immediately you get a dropped pin. It's just outside of the strip, and it says, "Meet me in 30 minutes."
All right. I mean, you can walk the strip in like half a day. Like, how can we just walk there? It's
Yeah.
not going to take long to. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Unless anyone's got anything pressing.
I
Not
think-
pressing,
think
but I
we
want
can
to.
start the competition later.
Cool. All right.
Try
Yeah,
that-
we'll
try that
we'll
again.
head there.
I didn't hear. Both Chunky and Violent Neon overlapped.
Oh, I said we can get T-Bar to the drinking competition later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'll wait.
GM, yes, Cyber Nation Uncensored. Rob, I know. There's the positive plot twist. We have not gotten to that yet.
While we walk there, I will eat another slice of pizza.
Oh my god. Roll me another check, please.
You know, we need some of that left for the chat to analyse. Don't.
Oh god. All right. You are now heavily addicted to Bloaty's Pizza Hog Pizza. You have let's see. Hold on one second. You feel extremely energetic right now. You feel like you are filled with fucking energy. You can add in an additional 2 points of luck. And you later on, this will last roughly 2 hours. And in 2 hours' time, you are going to crash ass. When you do crash, you are going to start experiencing extreme shakes. You are going to receive a reflex -2. You will also have a -1 to any intelligence and tech checks until you have eaten some more Bloaty's pizza.
All right. This pizza's pretty fucking good. I don't know what you guys are so worried about.
Yeah, you're feeling great right now. You're feeling super energetic. You're feeling super fucking lucky. But 100%, you know something's in your bloodstream now.
Well, again, let's make sure that it is all on the up and up, because some things taste better than they actually are.
Right, well, let's keep our information as minimal as possible while we talk to this gentleman until we're sure he's on the up and up.
Yep.
Yeah, last thing we need is to find out he's with Petrochem too.
Great. And suppose we head over there.
Okay.
I will continue Operation No Talking to People that Jack is talking to.
All right, so I'm typing this out in our chat. Bloaty's Pizza Hog Pizza. Primary effects +2 luck and high energy. Secondary effect, subtract all additional luck, -2 reflexes, -1 tech, -1 int check until new dose. Each dose lasts 2 hours. There you go. And Stinkpalm, if you are rewatching this, or if you are still in the chat, I think he had to go. Let's see, Stinkpalm's
go.
still here. Yeah, Stinkpalm. Oh no, he's still there in the chat somewhere. He's still listening on.
Fine.
So Stinkpalm,
He might just be lurking.
yeah, if you are lurking, let's add that into our next version of the Meds in the Time of Red. Let's get Bloody's Pizza Hog Pizza in there. We'll have to change the name a little bit to not get sued the fuck out by Nickelodeon, but we could do something.
Jonan Vasquez.
I know for a fact that Jonan Vasquez would be probably laughing his ass off right now, but I don't want to be distributing his property information, so it's his.
Yeah.
Jonan Vasquez, Nickelodeon, I bow to you. I love your show. I actually own all of them on original print DVD, so please don't sue me. So that being said, yeah, you guys head on over, and as you are walking down the strip, you're passing this fight dome. It's absolutely massive. It's another place. It's probably about 2 or 3 times the size of a Costco. It's huge. And you see that it's got this massive metallic dome over the top of it that is shining in the summer heat, or sorry, the fall heat, but it's summer there all year round. You pass a massive pyramid-looking place, and you pass a bunch of other smaller establishments along the way. And you eventually arrive at the Ping. And at that 30-minute point, what you see coming on up to you is you see this incredibly short man, probably about 3 feet tall, walking up. Oh, that is awesome. I'm jealous. You see this incredibly short man, probably about 3 feet tall. You see him literally wearing what could only be described as a frocked suit. He looks like he is dressed to the nines, and he walks up and he's like, "Hey, who gave me the call?"
Hello there. That's quite the presentation, I approve.
Yeah, I'm working over here. Day job, you know.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna gesture over to whoever's carrying the box to give me a slice.
Yeah, it's now down to about 7 kilos of weight. So whoever has the flimsy.
Boys.
Try that again.
And no, I gesture to whoever's carrying the pizza to hand me a slice, and I'll take it.
T-Bar's carrying it because he's eating it as he's
Yeah.
going.
I'll hand it to him.
T-Bar, go ahead and give me a will check. You pull out a slice of pizza. You start handing it over to Jack, and as you see him reach out for the pizza, you're like, "No, this is mine," and you eat it.
All right, so I'll eat that slice, but can I hand him the rest of the box?
Yeah, as you're eating it, you kind of will yourself over to hand him the box as you're jamming another gigantic slice to your face. So yeah, he hands you the box. And as he hands it over to you, as I mentioned before, it is already grease stained. It was pre-grease stained. It is incredibly flimsy in your hands, and you immediately feel a little bit dirtier now that you were touching it.
God, under my breath, I'm like, we survived a nuclear explosion, and I feel dirtier now than I did then. I turn around, head over to Gleaming. You I mean, you live in this town, so perhaps you already know, but if you don't, you know what the secret sauce in this is? And I'll flip I assume he's going to know just by the box what's in it, but yeah, I'll show him the pizza.
He looks up, he's like, Bloaty's pizza, and he reaches up and grabs a slice and immediately starts eating it. He's like, "Oh God, that shit's good."
Oh, Jesus.
See, I told you guys.
He's like, "Yeah, of course I know what's in here. Shit, everybody knows Bloaty." God damn. Are you from out of town?
What's in it?
Yes, we're quite clearly from out of town. I just wanted some insight. What's in this that makes everyone go bloody doolally?
Well, it's as he starts continuing, just jamming this in, this very small man, this gigantic piece of pizza, double fisting it.
I pull the box away, and I'm like, "I will give you the rest if you tell me what the secret ingredient is."
Fuck yeah! Okay, hold on. And he finishes the slice of pizza that he had grabbed. He's like, it's bloaties. It's the Heisenberg sauce. Everybody knows about Heisenberg sauce.
You want to elaborate for someone who's not a bloody chemist like you are?
He looks up at you. He's like, it's made by combining a bunch of different chemicals together. It's cough syrup. There's some stuff that comes from like this weird shit that we get by train. It's mostly from petrochem. I mean, you just boil it down, you cook it, and you mix it all together. It comes out this orange pink sauce. This stuff. And he wipes some from his face and he holds it up to you. He's like, comes out like this, and you can smell it as the baking heat brings the scent up to your nose. It smells like 3 or 4 week old ravioli sauce. So it wafts up to your nose. It's fucking delicious.
So, and steady on if this sounds like some sort of conspiracy theory and get some cogs turning. Maybe it does, and it'll change your life. But petrochem put a sauce in their pizza that makes you far more pliable in a town that's known for taking pliable people by the scruff of the neck and emptying their pockets. Am I wrong in any of that hesitation?
He just looks up at you like you're some absolute dupe, and he's like, "It's Vegas, baby."
Yeah.
And he licks the sauce off of his hand.
I suppose my opposition to this is that you're not opposed. Fine. To the pizza. I'll just give the rest to him, mainly to get it away from T-Bar.
And he's holding it. You see it literally put it on top of his head at this point because it's this massive box, and he's bouncing on top of his head. He's like, "Oh, anything else? I got some food to eat."
We're good.
All right.
Appreciate the information.
You see his hand pop out from underneath the box. He's like, "For the information."
How much was the pizza? How much did the pizza cost?
You did not pay.
I did think that. Yeah, I wanted to double check. So they're just handing out. Yeah. All right.
The first one's free.
Yeah.
First one's always free.
I'd slip him 100 eddies.
So much obliged. And, now that I know, not only are you paying, you're also a decent man. And you see his hand reach back up after he puts the money away. He grabs another slice and it goes underneath the box. You can barely see him underneath there, but you can assume that he's eating. He's like, now that I know you're a paying customer, if you need anything, feel free to give me a call.
Certainly, fine. Yeah, appreciate the info.
I can even get you some of them. I can even get you some of the Bunny bars. Those bitches are hard to find.
Oh, I got one of those, I think, and I pull out that candy bar that guy gave me.
Yes, you look at it, and it says on there, John McCaw's Bundy Bars.
But I'm gonna need to ask this for everything that we might eat in this town. But what's in that?
I don't know. We found them. There was an old shipment container, still fresh, freaking delicious. And you get into a fight, you eat this. All the guys over in the all the other guys in the chainsaw dome, we down them. That's where I get half my revenue stream.
Interesting.
Domino is going to take out his agent and he's going to try to do a library search to see if he can find any underground things talking about the exposing the truth of bloaties or anything like see if there's people that are trying to speak out against bloaties or something that we may want to talk to about what's going on, that we could maybe offer our services to help shut down this thing, whatever it is.
So go ahead and roll me a library search.
I am going to spend all of my luck on this, and is there a plus 2 in chat?
Yep, we got a +2 from chat.
Okay. Made it work, I think.
Hold on 1 second.
So that'd be an 18.
Thank you very much to Sophie for the +2 there. Um,
Thank you.
so let me pull that up. I did not see. Yeah, so you got a 16 +2, so 18. You check out online, and you see a lot of different articles that seem to be coming from extremely underground, like massive, what we'll call it, conspiracy theory websites, claiming that on there it says John McGraw was a member of the Illuminati. John McGraw was a member of the Lizard People. John McGraw was, and it's just this and that, this and that, this and that, and that most of them claim that Bundy bars are some ridiculously weird thing. A lot of them don't seem to have issue with using it, but many of them seem to have issue with John McGraw.
I show all of this to Jack. I'm like, you'll have better know-how of what to do with this stuff, but this is what I found. It may just be conspiracy theory, crazy people doing crazy things, but they may be the people that we want that'll pay us for doing something here.
Getting information from Angel Fire. Never mind.
Why does Angel Fire sound familiar?
It's where all the free websites used to be hosted, like in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
Like GeoCities, Angel Fire.
Internet 1.0 stuff. Yeah.
Look,
where
I
the
found
conspiracy
something
theorists
in-
still live.
This is worth an attaboy, I think. I did good.
If you check on Google, or sorry, not on Google, on our Discord, I just posted the advertisement that you see running across again and again and again and again and again. And it says, caramel check, nougat check, chalk check, nuts you bet, Bundy, the crazy taste you'll kill for again and 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 again.
So,
And if you got an 18. You notice that most of these advertisements come from you see like the watermark on the bottom. It's from like 2022, 2023. But they don't seem to come up any point after 2025.
Now, refresh our memories. When did Metacore go dark and disappear?
With the fourth corporate war.
Okay, so a little bit
around
after.
that time. Yeah. All right. Well, that just sort of confirms maybe the obvious, but it might be worth it to know. Petrochem have got this town sewn up. Drug them and empty their pockets when they're on a dopamine rush. All right.
I can give you dopamine too. I got some. You see the guy
Next time.
going through his jacket. He pulls out this little pink packet. He's like, "It's pure dopamine."
I am plenty capable of supplying myself dopamine. Thank you very much.
I was like, "All right, suit yourself." And you see his hand come back under the box, and then you hear.
All right.
Ruby Rose, gentlemen.
Is that where? That's where those conked out guys told us to go. Where are we supposed to be meeting to help with your buddy?
And
You
this
didn't actually say, you
yeah,
said,
so this is actually where our positive plot twist comes in. And this comes in the form of an agent phone call. So what happens is that as you guys are talking about this, Calamity gets a call on her agent. And on her agent, she pulls it out. You hear her talking. She seems to be talking very, very quickly, very, very rushed. And she's like, "Oh my God, where are you? Where are you? Holy shit! Okay, we'll meet you there. We'll meet you there. That sounds great. I can't believe you. Oh shit! Congratulations. Thank you for getting out. I'll see you in a little bit." And you see her very quickly hang up the phone, and she says, guys, we need to get over to the Red Rose. Let's go.
That works then.
That settles it.
All signs point to the same direction.
Yep.
What happened, Calamity? Tell us on the way.
Silver.
Got out.
And that's where we're going to end our session. So we are in Vegas. You guys are going to be heading over to the Red Rose Casino, and with the positive plot twist, you will see the actual whatchamacallit, the gathering of that coming in as the Christmas gift here from our wonderful Rob at Cyber Nation Uncensored. The Christmas gift will be in regards to what Silver is going to be able to supply for all of our wonderful nomads as you guys are there. So we are ending our session here. This is our last session of 2021. I am very, very happy to be GMing for our group here. This is Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. We're going to do our outros starting with Violent Neon. So go ahead and give us your info.
Hey everybody, I am Violent Neon. You can find me here every Saturday. Your driving nomad, and otherwise on Cyber Nation Uncensored's Discord as Violent Neon.
Thank you. Vampire?
Vampire Bites. You can find me here every Saturday night playing Mojo, the lawman turned nomad, as well as hanging out in all sorts of Twitch streams across the Twitch Nation, and in the Discord on the Cyberpunk or Cyber Nation Uncensored Discord, as well as several others. Those are the best ways to find me. Let me know if you want to play in the upcoming Superheroes game. Yeah, that's all I got right now.
Awesome. And for Furious George, as well as for Kingy Potato, because the two of you sent in those points of redemption at the very end there, and we don't have a chance to use them, I have redeemed them to both of you, and you can feel free to use them when we return back in January. There was a critical injury. I think they were getting ready for you guys to jump this poor man, Gleaming. So Furious George was getting ready for that. And Kingy Potato was probably also in the same mindset. Next up, Johnny Drop. Go for it.
Hi, I was Johnny Drop. I was your tech for the evening. Starting in the new year, you can find me here every Friday and Saturday for GM Capricious Nature's wonderful campaigns. And if you would like, you can check out my SoundCloud at Arkson.
Awesome. Thank you. Chuggy?
Hey, I'm Chuggy305 on Twitch, and I play T-Bar the Nomad, and I will see what I get addicted to next year when we come back.
How many are you at now? Synth Coke, Smash,
and pizza,
them all up.
And Bloaties.
Ticking them all up as we go.
Well, with a wonderful supplement from Stink Palm, there's plenty more drugs you can get hooked on, man. You can try them all out if you want. I'm right here to facilitate your wonderful addiction.
Well, I'll be eating that Buddy bar soon, so I'll probably be at it.
Sounds good. Next up is going to be Captain Mark.
Yeah, Captain Mark 87 on all of the Discords and over on the Cyber Nation Discord. We got I'm over on the Fallout game when that's back in the new year, as well as this one. Over tomorrow on twitch.tv/Heroes in Theory for an evil one shot set in the same campaign as our setting as our regular Sunday game. Vampire Bites, can you give us an update on the Kickstarter? Where are we at?
Just under 400 left with 52 backers.
So close.
Back that shit.
We were around 700 when we started the stream, and we're under 400 now. So I think we're doing all right.
It's possible. It can be done.
Hours left.
It can be done.
22 hours left to sign up. Please do.
You could have done those minis with the detachable weapons is just the best. I hate making, and this is any genre of tabletop game. I hate getting a mini from a dude that's got a certain weapon because I had a certain thing in mind, and then the DM awards you something that you didn't anticipate, like a really cool magic weapon, for example, playing D&D, and all of a sudden your mini is not accurate. This is the fix.
Yep.
So get back in, and you won't have that problem ever again. Yeah, thanks for coming to watch us, everybody. Appreciate it, and we'll see you in the new year.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And yeah, I just dropped the link there one last time. This is my last big push on stream. Ladies and gentlemen, go check it out. We are super close. I am pretty desperate for fulfilling my Dice Goblin needs. I am not one to play with the miniatures, but I love the crap out of them, and I have a very talented friend here who can paint them, so I want it all. That being said, I am GM Capricious Nature. Much love to every single one of you. All of the links are there. I'm not going to go through it again, other than the premium.cybernation uncensored one last time. Go ahead and check it out. For every single one of you at home, either listening, watching, on VOD, or live, have wonderful holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I hope you are having a good time. And of course, to my girlfriend, 1 week away, happy birthday. We'll see all of you in January. Bye-bye.
Cybernation Uncensored.